you have it. So welcome everybody. Maybe we can start the exercise. I believe you already have the data with the file name example1 data, and also with the file name layer stack data. So maybe mainly we are going to use those files for this exercise. In general, today we are going to practice some introduction to this ERDAS Imagine software. Like I said, I'm going to use ERDAS Imagine 2013, and you guys maybe you are going to use different versions of ERDAS Imagine. That's okay. So first, let me see how we can add any file, whether it is raster or maybe shapefile, into ERDAS Imagine software, and we will see how we can see different parameters, and similarly how we can zoom in, zoom out, how we can use different icons on ERDAS Imagine. So as you see here, there are different icons here, including file, home, manage data, raster, vector, terrain, Googlers. Also, if you want to connect your ERDAS Imagine image, and if you want to see by using Googlers, you have also the capacity just to click on Googlers. It will automatically lead you the Googler software, and it will display your image. In general, this is just a 2D view. That means it's two-dimensional self-view of the image by using ERDAS Imagine. So, to add any file in ERDAS Imagine, there are different options. The first thing is go to File, and click on Open. Click on Open and raster layer, because we are going to add a layer which is raster. Click on raster layer. Then you have to know where is the locations of your file that you want to open in ERDAS Imagine. That means the file that I already provided you now. In my case, it's just find inside recent, because I already used the file location. But in your case, you have to create where is the source file. So to create the source file, maybe you have to click on go to. Click on go to. Then here specify the source file location or the directory. Look how we can do that. Maybe my file is located here. That means this is the locations of the file, no? So you have to copy this one by Ctrl+C maybe. Then go here and paste it. Then OK. Then the file is inside class exercise ERDAS. Double click on it. That is example1 data. Then add the first file, the first .img file, and click on OK. Because we are inside example1 data folder, and you will see we will have two different image files. And when you check the extensions of those files has .img extension. That means they are image, no? Sometimes you'll face some difficulties if the file type is different. Maybe if it is GIF or maybe TIFF or JPEG, because those are also another formats of image, no? So you have to change the file type here. So here you have .img file type, which is a default file format of this ERDAS Imagine software. but rather you will have also JPEG, you will have also, if you go down, you can see TIFF, you have so many image file types which you can open by using ERDAS Imagine. But for now, what we are interested is to open the first image. The first image is 2629 dark underscore sub dot image. And one thing, as you see here, it says 2D view 1, no? That means this window is viewer 1. In ERDAS Imagine, you have the capacity also to open 2-3 viewers together. And sometimes you want to open also different image in one viewer. To open different image in one viewer, you have to uncheck a clear display option. And clear display option by default is unchecked. So to check that one, click on raster options here. Raster options. So as you see here, you can see the display, that is the default display is true color, and the software will determine also what band combination is going to use. So the default band combination here is 432, that is a true color band combination, RGB, red, green, and blue. And the system also, or the software, determine which sensor and also which band combination is inside that sensor. So the software know whether it's Landsat 8, Landsat 4, or Landsat 7, and automatically it will reflect also the band combination. That's why it is showing you as 432 band combination. So when you check the band combinations here, 432 band combination is a natural color. This is just for Landsat 8, but Landsat 4 to Landsat 7 is different. The band combination Landsat 7 and before Landsat 7 is just 432 is a force color infrared. That's why when you click on OK, maybe later, you will see a force color combination, that is vegetation maybe in red. And you have to be sure that this thing is unchecked, clear display. This clear display option can be used when you are in need to display different image in one viewer. We do have viewer 1. If you want to display 2 different images in one viewer, you have to be sure that this is unchecked. And similarly, this set view extent is unchecked if you want to see this zoom to frame option in ERDAS Imagine. The default is okay. Sometimes if you want to uncheck this clear display from the beginning, you have to go to File and Preference, then you will have a clear display option. I'll show you maybe after adding this image. Then after that, maybe you can click on OK. Let me click on OK. It's just a force color combination. A force color combinations. To uncheck the clear display option, maybe you can go to File and click on Preference. Then in the preference, you can maybe see the different parameters, the default display, delete, log message time format, etc. Again, click on viewing here, and maybe viewer, that means here. So when you start the ERDAS Imagine exercise, you have to be sure this clear display option is unchecked here. When you are interested to have 2 or 3 different images together in one view. So the default is okay, it's just unchecked. So we don't need to check it here. And again, here fit to frame option is also unchecked. So the default is okay maybe. So you can close the preference editor window now because you don't need it. So this is just the viewer window and the image. Like ArcGIS, you have the content here. That is a layer in ArcGIS, no? If you use the older versions of ERDAS Imagine, they don't have such character. ERDAS Imagine 9.22, it doesn't have like the content options like with this beautiful manner. So if you don't like the image, maybe you can remove, you can edit, or you can do whichever you like. Maybe you can remove it. And sometimes the image is not able to fit the viewer. So you have to click on fit layer to Windows. Or maybe you can click here and you will have also fit to frame. Fit to frame. That means the image will fit the viewer or the female. Yes. Yeah. And sometimes maybe you need to magnify. That means maybe you need to see a specific area in detail or maybe in magnifying manner. So how we can do that? To magnify an image in ERDAS Imagine, you have a magnifying window. So you have to be sure to be on home. If you are on home, then you will have a magnifier here. You will have a magnifier here. In view magnifier. Click on that. When you click on that, you will see a bubble inside your image. That means this bubble. So after magnifying and see maybe the different parameter on the top of the image, we can use also the inquiry tool. The inquiry tool can be used in order to know information for a single pixel or for a single cursor area. So to check that one, please click on inquire. Here you can find inquire. And be sure you will have the viewer number 1 inquire window, and also automatically it will create a cursor on the top of your image. A cursor on the top of your image. So the information, all of those information displayed on the viewer window is the information regarding this point. That means as the center or as a cursor location. So at each cursor location, it will show you the x coordinates, the y coordinates, and the d coordinates is 0, 0 in meter. And also it will show you the pixel and the LUT values. The pixel values are the digital number, and those LUT values are the RGB values in which your monitor or maybe your laptop will display. And maybe you can enlarge this one, and you can change the position also. That means you can move this hair cursor maybe up, down, to the right, to the left, and you will see the x, y coordinates and also the known pixel and LUT values of the different band combination. That means you can move by clicking here maybe. As you see, it's going to the right, and also you can move it also up if you like. So as you see, it's just moving up, and automatically those values are changing, no? The X location, the Y location, the pixel, and the root values, etc. So maybe you can exercise by clicking on inquire what information is included inside each and every pixel, the location, etc. And also maybe you can change, is the default is on map. You can change maybe latitude, longitude, or maybe you can change image arrays, WGS94, and all those informations. You can see the different band combinations by clicking on multispectral. So the default band combination is 432. It means the red is 4, and the green is 3, and the blue is 2. This is just a false color combination. So maybe you can change this one. You can change the band combinations. I already tried to include on this exercise manual. Maybe you will have the different band combinations of different satellites. So maybe you can try those band combinations. 432 is a force color band combination. That is a standard force color band combination for satellites 4. And you can try also true color combination, which is 3 to 1. So change 4 into 3 and 2 and 1. That is a true color band combination. In this case, the vegetations are in green, and the water body is more or less in blue. More or less in blue. And try also band combination 453, which is also a false color composite. Click on 453. Red is 4, 5, and 3. Do you have it? And you can also try another band combinations of your own. Maybe you have so many options to change from band 1 to band 6. So maybe you can try band 6, band 5, whichever you like, and you can see the difference on the image. Yeah. And the other thing is, if you want to know the information or the global information, maybe you can click on metadata, and that metadata will give you the statistics, the bar graph, etc. To do that, maybe go to home, and you have metadata here. You have metadata. Do you have it? Yes, this is the metadata information regarding this file. So in this metadata information, you can see the layer info. So on the layer info, you can easily identify that the width of this image is 666, and the height is again 666. So it has 666 by 666 size, and the block width, the block height, everything is also displayed here. And also you have statics information. For example, on the static information, you can see the mean value is 64,960. That means the mean of each pixel with respect to layer 1 or maybe band 1. Layer 1, layers and bands are somewhat different because maybe you will have band 432, but the layer is simply a consecutive number which is 1 to 3. So maybe you can change this one into layer 3, layer 4, layer 6, and you can see the different values, the different statistical info, and the different amount. And this image metadata also will show you what projection is using this image. You know well what's doing by projection in your ArcGIS. So the default projection this image is using is UTM Zone 15, spheroid is GRS 1980, and the datum is North American Datum Area 3, and the PCG code is this one. So it means this metadata will tell you all the information regarding that image value. And sometimes, in addition to statistical information, you can see also by using a graph or a histogram. So maybe you can click here and you will see a histogram. This is just a histogram regarding the image and regarding the layer. We are now in layer 6 or maybe band 6. So for that band 6, it will show you the digital number with respect to maybe the RGB values or the root value. And from here, you can easily identify that different bands have different histograms. Maybe if you change from 6 to 1, then in that case, it will have a different histogram. And maybe you can change it into another one also. So you can see a different histogram values for different band combinations. Yes? Do you have it? Yeah. In ERDAS Imagine, you can add also a shapefile. This one is just image, but you have also the capacity to add a shapefile. If you add a shapefile, you already have the shapefile inside the folder. So like I said, when you start, you can start like by file open, or if you are in viewer, another way of opening, whether it is raster or shapefile, is just right click here, anywhere on the viewer, just right click. So you will have the option to open raster, open vector, area of interest, and you have so many options. So now let me open vector layer. Click on open vector layer. You already added the image file, so now the system understands the locations of this image file. So to open the shapefile, you don't have to click on go to, but rather you have to click on recent. Click on recent. Then the first option is the location of the file. Then click on OK. This is the shapefile in my case. I believe you have it. Click on OK. Click on OK. It means you can add the shape file and raster information on ERDAS Imagine also. And maybe like ArcGIS, you can change the color, etc. And you can see the attribute table by right click and open attribute table option. So maybe go through the files, and maybe you can see different parameters. If you remember when we start this exercise, I already told you that you have to uncheck clear display, no? If that clear display option was checked, it means you don't have the capacity to open two images on the same viewer. Rather, you can open maybe one image in one viewer and the other image in another viewer. ERDAS Imagine has different viewers. If you remember, ArcMap has only one viewer, no one window. That means you display all the image on the same window, maybe with different projection. But here in ERDAS Imagine, you can have the option to add different viewer. Maybe let we add another viewer. Here, as you see here, it's just viewer number 1. Yes. So maybe you can click here and you can add view. It means you have viewer number 2. You have viewer number. So to open file here, just right click and you can open another file on the second viewer also. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you can repeat and add the viewer just by clicking on add views option. Yeah, so for the time being I don't need this one, so maybe I can remove the second viewer. Then next, maybe let we add another image file on the same window. So maybe I can right click here, open raster layer, then again recent, then okay. So if you remember, we do have two image files. So maybe we can add also the second file or the second image. Yeah, let me add this one also. So click on OK. So you can see a different image maybe on the top of the other image. Maybe it will hinder or it will hide you the other part of the previous image. So this is just a basic introduction to ERDAS Imagine. So maybe let we see what is Flickr. So maybe right click and click on Flickr. Yeah, and click on start stop. So you can see the flicks just to see the previous image which is below this flicked image. You can start and stop the flickers. Sometimes this is very useful when you use image classification to compare two images with different color combinations. This is very interesting. So you have to check that one. And if you need to blend, you have also the capacity to blend, and left to right, left to the right to left, top bottom and bottom top. So when you have time, you guys go through all those things, just to be familiarized with this ERDAS Imagine software. So if you are okay with that, maybe we can go to the exercise part, which is how we layer stack. How we can layer stack different image by using ERDAS Imagine. ERDAS Imagine. Let me start the exercise, which is layer stacking. So please add the file with one band and let me check what information is included. So, like I said, to add a file, click on File, then Open the raster vector, or maybe simply you can right click here and click on Open Raster Layer. And if you guys are putting the folder together, in that case, maybe you can click on Recent. If not, again, you have to click on Go to. No? So in my case, it's just I can click on Recent, okay. So I do have a layer stack data image. Then maybe let me add band 1 and you will see what information do we have. So to start layer stack, you have to check where to find the layer stack options in ERDAS Images. And we will combine all these 12 bands together, and then maybe you will have a combinations. If you remember in ArcMap, we did mosaic, but that is a different concept. You know? In the mosaic, you have different map of the same image, but with different location. But in this case, you will have a different image. Those images are together in this case. So to start a layer stack, please click on raster, and go to spectral, and you can get layer stack. Click on layer stack. Here is the place where you can add all the different bands of your image, and you will have a combined or a layer stacked map at the end. So to do that, please go to the locations of your file just by clicking here. Click here, then click on the first band, then OK. Then click on Add, and again click here, click on the second band, then OK. Then click on Add. Do it the same for all. Again here, the third band, OK, add up to the last one. Then the last one is band 12. So you can see that we have around 12 bands, and we add all the bands here. Band 1, band 2, band 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bands. Then specify the output location. That means your output file in .img. So click here, and please save wherever you like. Maybe I can save it on the same folder. So maybe I can write here layer stacked image. And you can check the file type. This is just a JPEG. Maybe you can change the file type into .img if you need Imagine file, or maybe if you need in T format, you can change all those. Maybe let me pause by using .img. Then click on OK. So it's just coming here. It means the outputs will be saved with the file name layer stacked image inside the layer stack folder. So if you are okay with that, maybe you can click on OK. You can click here. Now it will start to layer stack those all bandwidths together to produce maybe a single image. It's just initializing, and the progress is 0%. Maybe it will start and it will work on until the end. Now this computing pyramid files. It finished already the layer stacking. So please read what's done by these computing pyramid files. You have to read maybe on the internet if you have different sources. So the progress is already finished. So maybe I can close this one and I can open the layer stacked image. So close this one, and you know where is the locations of your output file. So I can open that one just by right click here, open raster layer and recent, because I included it inside the recent. So this is a file that I layer stacked. If you remember, the file name was layer stacked image, and to identify WSE, that is to identify you guys or your department. So I can click here and I can click on OK. Now maybe I can see the image. Unfortunately, it's not displaying. I don't know why. Maybe I can open another layer, another viewer, and I will see if it open. Let me add another viewer here and let me open here. Yeah, so this is just the image that I layer stacked. So right click and fit to frame, and maybe you can click on multispectral just to see what band combination is this. This is just 432, which is a true band combination. And when you check which band do we have, you can check that we will have 12 bands. If you remember, we have 12 bands in Sentinel-2. Yes, but if you check this one, you have only one band, no? Go to multispectral and check, you have one band because you added only one band. So maybe you can change and check the different band combinations of Sentinel image based on this one. You can open the second viewer, just click on home, then you have the options of add views. So click here and create new 2D view. So check the different band combinations of Sentinel image. The natural color is 432. So this is just a natural band combination because the red is 4 and the green is 3 and the blue is 2. To create the fourth color infrared from Sentinel to image, you know that the fourth color combination for Sentinel to image is 843. So check that one. Change red into 8 and this one into 4 and blue into 3. This is just a fourth color combinations in which you can see the vegetations in red. The vegetations in red value. If you have a cursor, maybe you can zoom in, zoom out, and you can identify different parameters or different areas on the top of your image. And maybe you can try another band combination. For example, to see agriculture, you have to combine band 11, band 8, and band 2. So I can change this one into band 11 and this one into band 8 and the other one into band 2. Now you see the agricultural areas or maybe vegetations. No, those are the greens or with a green color. They are just a vegetation area. And maybe you can try also another band combination like land or water is 811.4 and shortwave infrared is 12.84 and vegetation analysis is 11.84. So you can try different band combination. And if you are interested also natural colors with atmospheric removal, that is an atmospheric correction, you can try also to see band combinations of 12, 8 and C. That means red is 12, this one is the green is 8 and you can see the other one to 2. So maybe you can change different combinations. So this is just a simple way of layer stacking different bands. This is very interesting because if you are interested to work on different image, first you have to layer stack. You have to layer stack and you have to see the different areas on the top of your image, especially if you want to see also the effect of land use, land cover change in maybe in agriculture land or maybe in industry zone or etc. Again, you need to have different image of different times. So you have to know how to layer stack. It's very simple step. So by this way, maybe you can layer stack. But the difficult thing is you have to know also how to interpret satellite image. It's not that much easy. You have to know those electromagnetic wave, infrareds, etc. So please go through all those things, and in that case, maybe you will have uh, a full understanding of this layer stacking, image, etc. I think maybe that is the end of this exercise. But I do have a little assignment. That assignment is not exercise. I already put it at the end of this exercise manual. So please go through it, read, and you have to submit next class. Let me. It says, for example, the please write the directions of these blogs: agualabs.edublogs.org, and I will provide you all the exercise manual, the data in zip format, and also the video, that means this audio. So maybe if you are interested to see this exercise, maybe in some other time in the future, maybe you don't know, so you can have it in this website. So go to agualabs.edublogs.org. So you will have so many tutorials, So this is just a personal blog. This is just my blog. So you can get different tutorials, but just simply by clicking on here. For example, this tutorial is tutorial on how to add quick map service plugin as base map. So I can click here, and there is a video that is an audio. If you click here, you can see the audio. If I can click here, it will open the audio. And also, if you want to download, just click here. It will automatically drop you into your laptop or maybe your desktop. So please go through here. I will put it with a file name, introduction to Imagine software and image data, maybe today at the night, so maybe you'll have it tomorrow. Okay, so thank you.